Good morning, family. Today we are studying verses 13 through 16 and chapter 22 of Proverbs. All right, so let's begin with prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, please prepare our hearts and minds to receive your word in spirit and in truth. Lord, give us discernment, provide us with wise counsel. Give us wisdom and understanding as we seek knowledge of your word and your will that we may follow your way. Amen. All right, so welcome. So today we're going to read. We're going to relate to what we read. Our heart work is to share this with others. We're sharing it right now. We're going to study, so we're going to go beyond just reading. We're going to look at some commentaries. We're going to meditate on what this means by applying it to other areas of our life and then walking out with some takeaways. Here we go. Verse 13. The sluggard says, "There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square." So basically, this is your person who is lazy and they're saying, "Oh no, I can't go outside. There's work out there. There's jobs to be done. There's effort to be put in. Because if I go outside, there could be a lion out there and I could be killed in the square." Well, first of all, a public square is like in a town setting or like in where people are inhabited. Lions don't typically be there. Lions are more like out in the wilderness or what have you. So that's a ridiculous excuse for anyone to say, "Oh, if I no," the sluggard is actually just hiding and coming up with any crazy excuse to cover the fact that they're not trying to do anything. They don't want to put any effort for it, but they are great. They have a lot of talk. They can tell you all kind of reasons why. No, 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 no. See, the reason I can't volunteer right now is because, see, I got to get paid and that. Okay, well then why don't you go get it? No, 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 no. The reason that I can't work with that group is, see, me and them, personality conflict. Okay, well then why don't you go work over there? Okay, so what happened was I can't. There's always like a reason why. No, because see them over there. No, that's a bad neighborhood. I can't. Okay, well then why don't you try? Oh no 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 no. Cause see right there, it's just like you. Okay, there. You go. You talking about the line outside? It's always something. You're not. Work is not gonna kill you. Hard effort is not going to kill you. Yes, it may be new or unfamiliar or require time, training, patience, but come on now, get up, get off your butt. All right, verse 14. The mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Basically, we're gonna keep this one short. It just said adulterous woman. Ain't nothing an adulterous woman have that you want or need. That's a pit. It didn't say pothole. It said pit. It didn't even say pit. It said it's a deep pit. You going down and coming out of that is going to be a hot mess. So, and it just said, this is even her mouth. This before you even do anything with her, because she already telling you what type of woman she is. So she gonna speak what she doing. So you don't need to entertain conversations with somebody like that, because where is it gonna lead to? A fall. Let's go to verse 15. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. And when we talk about discipline, I think about the word to be disciplined or to disciple, to lead and guide. A lot of times when you think about that rod, people picture like a switch or something. No, they were talking about like a shepherd's rod, what they can lean on, what they were tired, what they can help guide their sheep with, to help protect them and fight off other wolves that were coming against their sheep or their herd. It was a tool used, and you wouldn't see a shepherd without the rod because it was the tool he used. Just like when you are raising your child, there are a lot of different tools you'll be using to help raise your children. And discipline is one of those tools to discipline them, to guide them in the way that they should go. Um, and I'll actually have another slide where actually I'll go into it right now. But this was an example. And it says the rod spoken of, like we talked about, it was a shepherd's rod or staff. It was probably carved wood from a tree branch. Once again, not a switch, but it was used to support the shepherd when he was tired, to provide defense from other things or predators, and also to keep the sheep in line, to give them boundaries and guidelines. So it's used with the connection of children, it says here, as a tool for correction, not just per se punishment, but to give them guidance on the way that they should go. Because ultimately, and I love these, it breaks it down. One, discipline should be an expression of love. You never discipline a child when you're upset. If you're out of control, then you can't discipline a child, because you can't model what you're trying to get. You want them to think rationally or realize what they've done wrong. Well, you can't do that when you're shouting and out of control and scaring them to death. That's not going to work. It says discipline is necessary. You can't avoid it. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna pretend like I don't see it and it'll go away. That's not love. It's not gonna go away. They're children and they need someone to help them mature and develop. They're not perfect, but they need someone to be on their journey of progress. It says discipline needs repeated effort. It's not one and done. It's something that's going to be done over and over again. The imagery it shows us, it takes more than one brick to build a wall. It takes more than one note to play a song, more than one stroke of paint for a beautiful picture. So it takes many repetitions and acts of discipline to form a good character. And so parents should not be discouraged when they're disciplining their children a lot. You're just building something great. Just keep going. It says the lack of discipline will ruin a child. And a good example of this was Eli in the Bible. He served the Lord very well, but his own children were his sons were off the chain, because he would not discipline them. He wouldn't guide them. He wouldn't address their wrong areas and be like, that's wrong. You can't do that here. That's not allowed. So in summary, the whole purpose of discipline is love. You are teaching someone as you discipline them to discern good from evil, and that the beauty of obedience and what that all that involves, right? All right. So let's go back to here. It says, verse 16, one who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, they both come to poverty. So whether you're trying to impress somebody by giving them something they don't need because they're already rich, or whether you're trying to oppress somebody that's poor and doesn't have anything for your own personal benefit, you dirty. Okay. I'm a do a throwback word that I used back when I was teaching fifth grade, and my students would say it in a minute. They'd be like, that's trifling. Yeah, you're gonna oppress somebody else who don't have much or don't have anything so that you can increase what you have. That's trifling. You setting yourself up for an issue right there. You wrong for that. And the same thing, you trying to buy somebody off who probably not studying you, you gonna waste your money on someone who doesn't even need it or want it. So now you both gonna be in a situation. What is the end result? It says poverty. All right. So as we wrap up, and thank you for studying today. Keep in mind, I'm gonna pass the torch off to you, and you do what you can with this. But takeaways for me were lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Get out of your own way and do the work that needs to be done. Stop making up reasons why you can't do something or why something won't work. Quit bringing up, oh, well, what wrong in the past as an excuse not to labor toward the prize of your future. Okay, your future is not tripping over your past. You are. So do the work you need to do, and don't let nobody call you no sluggard, because that's just embarrassing to be called a sluggard and have people looking at you like, you get them an opportunity, they're gonna tell you 12 reasons why they can't take it. Don't be that. Don't do that. All right. Next takeaway was this: just say no. And no, I'm not even talking about drugs. This right here, no. That verse talked about adulterous women. Adulterous women, nasty women, immoral women. If whoever, listen, I have 3 sons. I'd be like, no, she want to kiss you, she nasty. They're like, damn, no, I'm telling you, she fast, run, get away from her. Why? Because she gonna touch you and say you touched her, or somebody touched her the wrong way. So now she don't even know what right touches feel like, and then you come naive and don't know what you doing, and then you gonna mess up some stuff. You gonna end up getting in some mess you ain't supposed to be in, that you ain't gonna be, everything you get in, you can't get out of the way you came in. And that's what I'm trying to tell my kids. And I ain't talking about just drugs, but right there, she talking about rock your world. That's you think you were a wonderful and you end up with a Wanda. Thought you was with a girl and end up being okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna just leave that right there. That's for all my nephews. Don't do it. Just say no and run quickly. The next takeaway: get the rod right. Discipline your children with love. So remember, the rod is not to bust your kids upside their head. That's not cute. Look at this right here. Remember Color Purple? You told Harpo to beat me. No, she went to Miss Seeley. I should have played a scene from this. Wait, do I have a link to this? Yes, I do. I have a weird commercial on top.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
There's bitter days ahead.
I'm gonna play.
What I'm gonna do about Sophia?
It won't let me turn the mute off. Alright. Okay. Well, it won't let me control the mute. But in this scene where he's telling her on his wife, and he's like, "What am I gonna do?" She doesn't listen, and she says, "Oh, beat him." So he goes and beats her, and then once he comes back and says, "You told Hoppo to beat me?"
It was that mule, Paul. Old Joy. Old Joy the mule, I tell you, I was out there trying to plow that Northfield, and the mule just went crazy. He started kicking and bucking, hitting me right there. Bust my eye, bust my lip. All my life I had to fight.
I had to fight my brothers,
I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers.
But it won't let me play it. And it's just like, man, that is the trip. Let me see.
God knows
Anyway,
I
that's
do.
the point. But no,
But I kill him.
beating your kids, okay? That's abuse. Okay, we calling CPS on you. Let me find out. I'm calling myself. You don't beat your kids, extension cords, whooping the kids out the tub. I done heard some crazy stuff of people from a couple generations ago tell me, and they was like, yeah, when I was little, they would get out the tub, they whoop us with a hot extension cord. First of all, how do you warm up an extension cord? I'm troubled. You got beat. That was abuse. That was not discipline. Ain't nothing about that discipled you in the right way that you should go to make you a better person. If anything, you now have traumas that you need counseling to deal with. You got some triggers and you don't even know why. Come on now. But more so when we talk about the right ride, look at this picture. So this baby girl maybe have did something, going through something. What's there? She got both her parents there saying, look, it's okay, but look, we need to address this. We need to talk about this. We need to work through this. And even if you got to elicit outside help to help you walk through, if you don't know how to parent a particular subject or area and something you're going through, then find somebody who can help you walk through it. There's some issues you may hit in your parenting that you're like, oh, snap, I'm not prepared for this. I don't know how to handle this. I don't want to say the wrong thing, the right thing, and I can't ignore it, but I'm not quite sure how to address it. Then get the support you need. And this last one, it says, don't oppress the poor and try to impress the rich. Get your life together. Don't be dirty. And what's the 5th grade word? Don't be trifling. Okay. So that was our lesson for today. And remember, we talked about Proverbs 22, 13, and 16. Please go back and read it for yourself. Don't trust me. Like the man on Reading Rainbow used to say, don't take my word for it. Read it for yourself. But our hard work for today is sometimes they pick one of your prayers. Please write them down and put a date on it. So we're doing many small little things. But today's hard work is that yesterday's hard work was to read Psalms, I think it was 51 and 10. Create me a clean heart and renew the right spirit in me, and ask God to create in you a clean heart. So I love you, and that is the end for today. So I'm going to stop the share as soon as I can figure out how to do that.